Late July, Mark and I are gonna go with kayaks. He's got his strapped on there right now, and safely. And I've got mine up at Riverside and Oxford at the boat ramp. And we're gonna go down to Komoka, down near the Komoka Road, down near Delaware Speedway. We're looking at 10 cubic meters a second, and good shoulder check, bud.
Thank you. Safety first.
That's right. So that's about minimum for easy travel down the main branch, 10 cubic meters a second at the Byron gauge. But we will see how it goes. We've done it at 7.5. You've done it at 7 in kayaks. So should be easily doable today. Probably looking at 3 to 4 hours of paddling around Springbank, Storybook Gardens, Riverbend, and then through Canes Woods and through Komoka Provincial Park. So that's a really nice area too with its cliffs. So
should be fun.
See you on the river. Here we are at the Riverside boat launch, which is Riverside and Wonderland. Mark has brought me back to the start. His kayak's up there in the shade. Mine is down here locked up at the river. So if anybody wants to do something like this and they don't have enough, they don't have a wide enough rack to carry both crafts. One guy starts up here, drops off the canoe or kayak, locks it up something sturdy like a pole or a large tree. And I'm gonna bring the lock with me. I'm gonna try to get put my kayak in the trunk of my car, and we're gonna try to put his kayak on top of my car. If that doesn't work, we'll just lock his up. And when we drive back to get my car, or his car, we'll drive his car back and he can pick up his kayak. Here we are in the river where there used to be, there's 3 of them there, 3 turtles. There used to be the Springbank Reservoir.
No, there's turtles.
There's turtles and other species like that. And there's the footbridge that goes over, I think it's, what's the name of that golf course up here? Riverside Golf Course?
Thames Valley.
Thames Valley. But yeah, just kind of cruising along. No particular hurry.
They're not shy.
Oh, they're not shy. I bet if we tried to paddle over there, that they'd be
gone. They're in the too scared to move.
Yeah, nice and warm in the sun. Just across from Storybook Gardens, Springbank Park, Beaver Lodge. This is the pump house down by, right next to Storybook Gardens. They used to pump water up to Reservoir Hill. Now I don't know what caused the fate of this to completely finish, whether the city ripped it out or they...
What, the wall?
Yeah. Or was that just a bridge? I guess it would have just been...
It was a wall for sure at one time.
Yeah, but...
Over here. So I'm sure they tore it out.
But the old Fanshawe Dam was like way down... Or not Fanshawe, the old Springbank Dam was way south of here. Or downriver. So it was pretty high here. Especially if you look at where that building was. So it's probably up 15 feet higher than it is now. Is that over the wall? I don't know.
Well, I know that at 225, the water's at the top of the broken down parts of this wall.
Oh, at 225?
At 225.
So way up there. That's pretty high. And is that a chunk of steel?
Yep. It's the old wall.
Looks like a pipe here. Jeez. So, it's a lot of ducks. So when they had the Springbank Dam, they would have raised it and they could take paddle boats up to downtown and back. Now you're talking 20th century. That was a long time ago. Springbank Park and Storybook Gardens was the place to be back in the day in London, but it was actually on the outskirts of London, even outside of London. So if you wanted to go down, you take the paddle boat down and they take the paddle boat back up. And I remember when I was a kid, back when the Springbank Dam was around, you could actually get in. It wasn't a paddle boat, but it was a large sightseeing boat. Never went on it, but it was there. But then the river would get backed up and algae growth. Lots of agriculture around here, so it does unfortunately help with algae growth. But it would happen anyways because you're stagnating water, which is supposed to be running. You get warm water and the algae growth would happen. Much healthier now. Making our way down the Thames River. There's the former Springbank Dam. Mark up ahead. Lots of water here. A couple feet deep, and it is July 26th. It's summer, and we haven't had rain for a week. The river's running low flow, but apparently we're working just fine. Nice paddle today through Springbank, and oh, big fish over there. You don't look too overly concerned about these rapids, Mark. I mean, once you've been down to class 2, anything else lower is like nothing.
There's always a rock waiting for you when you feel that way.
That's right.
Well, that was fun.
You were cruising too when you hit it. Mark had the boat tipping at about 30 degrees, just about taking on water. You take a little wave in?
We got a little bit. It's my air conditioning.
Yeah. God, it's a beautiful day.
I was coming up and I'm like, oh, I can easily get the photo, right?
And then you look up and there's rocks.
It was just like one that was on a slide.
Yep.
I'm like, no matter what, I'm hitting it in some way. So I'm like, where are you gonna hit it on the boat? And it hit like right there.
Yeah.
And it just was like, well, okay.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I thought you were going in.
Nope, held it together.
Getting in the hunt clubs on our right.
An extra 10 pounds of weight this way, and all of a sudden the boat was gone. I needed to add some ballast.
Saw some rangers, common mallard duck, Canada geese, blue herons, kingfisher. Saw an osprey slam into the water, take a fish. Like, he was high, like as high as this tree is. You can get a scale for how tall that tree is. So you're talking 60, 70 feet, and he just dove and went right into the water, big splash. Took off with a bass or something like that. A nice shady spot with a gravel landing spot. Mark, that was a nice eddy out there.
It was.
I'm flying down the outside. Turn around. Eddied out right there. Right in there. And then hoofed it over here facing upriver. That was good. Lessons paid off.
Yep.
Just taking a break here just after Hunt Club, upriver. And I'm getting you guys some behind the scenes look at the famous Mark Giroux. He's doing his famous slow-mo. Or he was doing non-slow-mo, and now he's got me talking.
Oh, no, that was just regular video. Working with the tools of the trade.
That's right. Having a fabulous day today. It's getting actually pretty warm, especially in the sun. It is summer after all, and I think it's supposed to hit 29 or 30 today. So, pretty good time. We've seen only one other person on the river, which is a shame considering how nice it is here. He's way down here, so we thought good time to stop for lunch, 10 after 12. Let somebody else get further ahead of us. It's pretty cool cliffs here. There's a lot more further downriver too, especially once you get down towards Big Bend, which we won't be at today. The river is a moving here. I'm up here in an eddy, checking out the little rapids they got going on here. I haven't seen any turtles for a while. When I went over to shoot some videos of the milkweed, 2 eagles flew right overhead. It was pretty neat. An eddy, for people that don't know, is an area of calm water behind or beside obstacles. So you can see how the water's all calm in there. I basically have not paddled since I started taking this video, and I just finally came and got pushed up. So it'd either be calm water or back-flowing water. You can see it in here. It's rushing this way and rushing that way. And there's a calm spot, so there's that area there. And I am in the eddy. It's a great way you can avoid other hazards down rivers. Just turn your boat and drive right into the eddy upriver. And when you want to get back out of it, just back out of the eddy. And you paddle back into the current. And you just paddle. Because you enter the current first with the nose, the river just turns you. If I was still paddling, it would just turn me a little quicker, but it does happen naturally. So that's how you eddy in and out. Nose it in, take a break, see where you want to go next, or if you're just chilling out, take pictures or hang out, and then you nose back out upriver, and the current takes your nose around. There's a beaver lodge. See, a lot of people are up in arms about them taking beavers out of the city, but they're in the creeks, they're cutting down people's trees, they're cutting down city trees, which are few and far between and don't really grow back all that well. So I'm not against them taking those out, but to have them out here, I mean, there's giant forest all around us. Riverbend's got a huge forested area. There's another one to the north of the river. So yeah, I don't mind them taking them away in the city where they don't belong, but here's all right. They've got lots of trees to chew on. Probably good for the ecosystem anyway. So I took a quick break, changed batteries in the GoPro. Mark's out there already. I'm just up on shore. So it's probably one of the biggest rapids, other than the few after Fanshawe are fairly big too, on the Thames River. There's downriver from here where we're going. I'm going to shoot it on GoPro. And I don't know how big they'll be today, but some good rollers. Runs right under the far western side of London, just as goes to Komoka Provincial Park. So Oxford Street Road Bridge, the third time Oxford Street crosses the Thames River, and kind of down by Old River Road. So right as soon as you go underneath the bridge, there's a really good drop off there and some really good rapids. So I'll take you for a ride and show you what it's like. Currently waiting out a rain shower. If it doesn't clear up, I'll put my GoPro away and my phone away and we can just take off. I don't mind getting a little wet. Problem is, my GoPro, I only brought the case that has the backing that's wide open, so it's not really waterproof right now. Now there's my phone, but I got a waterproof bag I can shove it in. Lots of water for today. Decent set of rapids, good drop off. There it is. You can hear an eagle, we just can't see him. We're at Komoka Provincial Park. These giant cliffs, at one point, used to hold back what used to be called, well, 10,000 years ago, it was Lake London. London's basically a hole, and from the retreating glaciers, these were the cliffs that were holding back the river, and they eventually gave way. I guess some geologists came through and could prove that theory. Let's see if we can find that eagle. So there's that bird. I've been hearing squawking over here, and squawking over there. I thought it was an eagle at first. Looks like a hawk though. Very cool. And it's starting to rain pretty good here again. She's pouring out now. Gorgeous cliffs. I love this section. This is such a cool section. And it's paddleable almost the whole year, unless, even in drought, I've come through here. Just quit raining finally. It was pouring and we were soaked even sitting under a tree, so we figured what the heck. Might as well just go and paddle in it. Which is fine, whatever. 30 degrees out today. We knew it was gonna end, it was just a patch of rain. So we just got done our second downpour of the trip. I was just putting the GoPro camera on the pole and it started pouring again, and I don't have the waterproof case for it. So anyway, this is the largest island on the Thames River. All these trees you see in front of us and from the camera here, that's all part of the island. Have we named the island yet?
It has not been named, it is unnamed.
It's unnamed still. Right next to it's a rapid. That was a pretty crazy rainstorm, eh? That wind picking up and blowing us, slamming us against shore was pretty intense too.
Well, it's just funny you saw it was like a wall.
It was a wall. I'm like, holy, look at that coming. It was like a wall of rain and wind.
And then it was us.
Then it was us slamming against the riverbank. We tried to take shelter under trees, but
Eventually it just made sense to go out because we were just as wet.
yeah, which was a first for both of us. We were paddling in pouring rain and you couldn't see where any of the rocks were in the rapids. So we were bouncing off rocks and we didn't even know where they were. This one. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna put this away and pay attention. So we're just finishing up our day here. Went through a pretty cool rapid. We're just upriver of Komoka Road Bridge. There's that giant island is still there. Gotta come around the corner to see the other side of it. There's this really cool erosion that happened here, and it's all clay. You see the different colors, different layers, all intermixed with rock. So from here almost, I believe, all the way to Chatham, Lake St. Clair, it's clay, which is pretty neat. Talking a pretty significant part of the river. End of the trip. Well, Mark, long day in the river.
Long day.
3.5 hours of paddling. We were on the water for 5 hours. We had lunch break and a couple breaks for rain. You wouldn't know it, but it was absolutely pouring rain 45 minutes ago. Anyways, we're back up at Riverside boat launch. So Riverside and Wonderland, going to there. Very good paddle overall. It's becoming one of my favorite routes now. Is it your favorite route?
It's up there. It's in the top 3 for sure.
Yeah, probably top 3 for me too. There's a lot of cool sections. Being so close to London too, but more about the rapids here. So
convenience and rapids.
Yep. So beauty, glad you guys could follow along and check out our adventures and get out and do this yourself. It's a lot of fun.